disturber.
All
right.
That delays a bit.
Shock of shocks, my wavelength did not unmute like it's supposed to. Have to get that figured out in Stream Deck. Welcome everyone to Saturday afternoon. Hope everyone's having a good time. We are going to be running some Spelljammer today. For those that don't know, Spelljammer came out way back in the 80s as part of 2nd edition Dungeons & Dragons. Recently, about a month ago, Wizards of the Coast released 5th edition Spelljammer, which updated some of the rules. I'll be very honest, it was kind of disappointing. They didn't really update naval combat or spelljamming combat. They left out a lot of stuff that they could. So I've went into my old 2nd edition stuff and have updated it for us. So hopefully, you're going to start late, maybe by a couple seconds. Anyway, we are going to be playing. So just for everyone who's watching, we aren't technically monitoring chat, as in we're not going to be reading chat and seeing what's going on. We do have moderators for certain things. We have bots that will flag certain discussions and stuff like that automatically. But we will hear any sounds that go off through channel point redemptions or bit redemptions. That will probably, send Carly jumping. They already have as we were testing them, so that should be fun. So my name's Corey. I've been a dungeon master for about 38 years. Yes, I am old. I played original Red Box, so the Red Box everyone sees now, 5th edition, used to be an original one, where your choices of playing a game were to play an elf, or a fighter, or a dwarf.
Yes,
not an elven dwarf, or not an elven fighter. That wasn't a thing. There's some applause right there. Thank you very much. All right, so
and yes, Carly jumped.
Yes.
Yeah, I did. Start off strong.
So yeah, so I've been DMing for a long time. I enjoy Spelljammer. To me, it's one of my favorite settings. I am an old Greyhawk player. I love my Greyhawk. I was around when they released Forgotten Realms, but I absolutely love Spelljammer. It's because it's fantasy in space. It is not sci-fi in space. It's not a space opera like that. Because literally a galleon can turn into a into a Spelljammer.
Viking longship.
Yeah, Viking longships could be. I mean, if it is of certain tonnage, it can become a Spelljammer with the proper helm. So yes, you can literally have, it's not a moon, it's a space station. That's not even a joke. That can happen. All right, so we're going to go around the table right now, and we're going to say hello to everyone. And we'll let everyone give a quick, brief introduction, who they are, and what person or what character they're going to be playing. We're going to start with Carly.
Okay, hello, I'm Carly. I'm fairly new to D&D. This will be the first time in almost a year that I've played, so I'm very excited. I'm brand new to Spelljammer. I did not read anything old. I will be playing Gidget Tinkerfoot, the Sprocket Gadgeteer. She is a artificer, and I'm very excited. She's 3'8" and is like a little robot. She's an auto gnome with like copper spirals for like hair, and has blue mechanical eyes. And yeah. So she's gonna be really fun, and I'm really excited.
You're gonna be Harley Huntsman. She's
Yeah.
the only one who can fly the ship.
Yes. I will fly the ship.
I'm Gwen, better known on Twitch and the interwebs as Aquadeva. I will be playing a GIF gunslinger by the name of Marina Mercator. Mercator? Whatever. Probably won't be saying that part. Marina! We'll be shooting things and intimidating creatures, and we'll see how it goes. I've never played Spelljammer, but I have played a few editions of D&D. Not quite the experience as our well-seasoned DM, but we'll see how it goes. I'm expecting shenanigans.
Well seasoned, as in older than hell.
Yeah. Yep.
I wasn't gonna say it.
I will. I'm old. I don't care. All right. Then we're gonna get over to Owen.
So I'm Owen. I've been playing D&D probably just about as long as Corey. I also started in the Red Box when I was 16. I'm now pushing 50, not quite as old as as Corey and Keith, but getting there. This is my first time playing Spelljammer. I've played just about every other iteration of D&D that has existed. And today, for this campaign, I will be playing Macorm. I'm a plasmoid. I'm actually a sentient ooze. So I can take a semi-humanoid form to allow me to use armor and weapons. But I can also be just a blob. Some interesting things about plasmoids is they can squeeze through any hole up to an inch in diameter, or down to an inch in diameter, so long as I'm not wearing anything or carrying anything. So I'm sure that'll come into play at some point.
Get naked and squeeze under the door.
Yeah, pretty much. So Macorm actually, is this the time we want to do backgrounds?
You can, absolutely. Okay. Yeah.
So Macorm actually was spawned in the Underdark. Basically, his parent at some point exchanged basically DNA with another plasmoid, and then split. And Macorm was one of those. What was the offspring? Did not get any of the knowledge or memories of his parent, and was immediately abandoned. And
as oozes do.
As oozes do. So he ended up exploring the Underdark, and his driving curiosity eventually led him to the surface, where he came up in a quaint little town called Luskan. For those of you that are familiar with Forgotten Realms, it's a city of pirates. Of course, he was completely oblivious to the solids cultures, as he calls non-oozes. And he ended up wandering into a tavern because the townsfolk outside were treating him like a monster. And he basically got his first job working in a tavern by, cleaning the floors. Interesting fact, plasmoids do not have a sense of taste or smell. So he was happy to just absorb all the organic material that was falling on the floors. And then when he wasn't doing that, he was cleaning dishes by literally popping them into himself and dissolving all the organic matter off of them.
So he's basically a mini gelatinous cube.
You're
Yeah,
essentially
pretty much.
Mr. Clean Sponge.
Yeah.
A sentient Mr. Clean Sponge. I love it.
So-
That's a good idea.
Eventually, his curiosity led him to the shore, where he discovered ships, and the whole idea of traveling really piqued his curiosity. So he ended up traveling on a ship, and then from there eventually got nominated to the Spelljammer Academy, and this is his foray into Spelljammers.
And now Keith.
Oh,
Your turn.
my turn? Hello, I'm Keith. I'll be playing Cricket, the Thrycreen Ranger. Thrycreen being an insectile race with an extra set of arms, so I can do kind of cool stuff. There will be bugs and more bugs.
All the bugs.
All the bugs.
Stowing away one too many times on a Spelljammer ship, Cricket was dumped on Nimbrel and told not to come back until he was a real Spelljammer by the good Captain Nock, the Profitable. Gitzerai, who was nice enough not to just dump him in space.
That's important. Yeah, so all these races are from Spelljammer, the 5e. They've definitely tweaked a few things from the original. Thrycreens also showed up in Dark Sun, where they're pretty much mostly known for. Plasmoids were part of the original, what was it called again?
Star Frontiers.
Star Frontiers, yes.
They
And
were
yes, I played
Trial
Star
Sons.
Frontiers as well. The Hadozi also was there. It was a picture of like one of the Hadozi like in a fighter pilot helmet and stuff. It was very fun.
Yes,
I remember the box very well.
They were the Yazarians in
Yeah.
Star Frontiers.
So so that's why we don't have traditional humans or elves or I mean there are astral elves and stuff, but everyone wanted to try something fun, a little different. We're gonna see what do we say? A hippo, a bug, a bowl of jell-o, and
Pudding,
a robot
thank
can
you.
do.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm gonna make that character jiggle. We have already started the game when we all got together to do camera tests, sound tests, and stuff. So we're already through part of Spelljammer Academy. So it was a downloadable mod from D&D Beyond that allows characters basically to get through from 1st to 5th level roughly And then we're going to play Light of Xeris, which is the module that came with the box set, which will take these guys 5th to 8th level roughly. And after that, then we're going to go into some freeform. And boy, have I got some. Oh,
I'm afraid.
Yeah, definitely.
I have several backup characters because Corey's known for killing PCs.
Corey's
I'm not
pushover.
known for killing PCs. I'm known for letting PCs kill themselves. I
A
do
good
not
distinction.
pull punches. I will roll my dice out in the open. If a crit kills, a crit kills. That's not my doing. That is the dice.
Corey's a big softy.
I will do everything I can to let you guys win, but if you decide to go poke a red dragon in the chest, call it a bitch, you're going to die, and I will not stop. That just won't happen.
Who would do that, Keith?
So, at Spelljammer Academy, they had some tasks to do. So basically, they showed up. They were immediately in a simulation, which they did not know was a simulation until the simulation ended. And then they've wandered around a little bit. They've got their bunks. They've got their gear. They've gone through a ship inspection with a couple of gnomes, Pick and Kip. They've met Bosun Tardo, who is basically the main drill sergeant, I guess would be an equivalent to what she does. They've also met a Thrycreen administrator. They've met Mr. Blip, the quartermaster, who is also an auto gnome. So they've done many things that are on the list already. But we have a couple things left to do. One being going for actual Spelljammer training to learn what the heck a Spelljammer does. And then go to the gymnasium for some fun. So they've also run into a few different cadets, had interesting interactions with them already, and we're going to pretty much pick it up from that point. So when we left, you guys were basically sitting there, ready to go. You had finished off, just finished off the ship inspection with Kip and Pick Whistle Slap, the gnome inspectors. And so you have basically 2 places left to go. So the choice is absolutely yours, whether you'd rather go and head out to the Spelljammer Nexus, or would you rather go to the gymnasium for combat assault force training?
McCorm likes the idea of the assault course, but he's also intrigued by the whole Spelljammer training, the basic training. So he votes for either.
Helpful.
I know.
2 pseudopods wiggling in the wind. He looks like one of those wacky inflatable things you see at a car dealership.
Yeah, honestly, either or is fine with me as well.
Going.
Yeah, what's closest to us, I guess.
From where you guys are currently, it would be, well, it's an elevator ride up to the Spelljammer Nexus, or it is a slight walk on the level you're on to go over to the gymnasium.
Yeah, let's do that one first.
The gymnasium?
Gymnasium?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on the same level. I agree.
I'm assuming we need our armor and weapons for
Cricket
that?
objects
Or do we?
using his telepathy, but because he wants to get back into space, even if it is just a simulacrum of space.
Yes.
But
the Thrycreen actually
he'll
doesn't
go
speak,
along
it
with
clicks. But it does have telepathy to people who are willing to receive the telepathy.
I presume you're all willing.
For now.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Tentatively.
I haven't decided yet.
If you don't want to communicate with me, you don't have to communicate with me, but
I
you
mean,
can
you
be
know.
completely unaware of what I'm doing and just have it as a surprise when it happens.
Mr.
Fine
DM,
by me.
Yes.
I'm assuming for the assault course, we're going to need our weapons and armor.
Armor, yes. Weapons, probably not.
Okay.
It's more like a, you ever see war movies and stuff where they're doing the basic training and they're like under the rope ladder, jumping over the walls of the wall.
Montage.
They're not. Yeah, it's your training montage,
You
literally.
Eye the Tiger.
So you wouldn't need. Yeah, you wouldn't. Need, no, that's the MCA. No, you would not require your weapons, but if you wish to wear your armor, absolutely.
I have no choice.
Well, you're in Chitin, so I mean,
I am all bright red.
Chitin, thank you.
yeah. So the Chitin over here.
Chitin.
So our bug friend can also change the
Carapace,
color of his
thank you very
carapace.
There you go.
So everyone is in a red cadet uniform. The coloring of the uniforms signifies what security level you have.
I like it matches my lipstick.
And there is no
Matches your
mistaking
lipstick,
that.
yes.
I pull my armor out of my backpack,
Okay.
drop it in a pile in front of me, switch to my amorphous blob form, ooze into it as an action, assume humanoid form in the armor.
Oh, it's naked. It's naked. You have to do that in front of us.
And you left behind your Spelljammer Academy uniform.
And then I tuck that back into my backpack.
You're supposed to be wearing that at all times. This is what you hear in your head.
Just cricket
I don't think I'm willing anymore.
Oh, he's gonna be nitpicking like that. No.
Then you hear this.
Uh-oh.
Sound
Uh-oh.
of dice.
No, just
Oh, the
The
chirping.
chittering. Because that's what he does. He clicks his little
so
mandibles.
much quieter in here now.
All right.
you are so waking up in a Jell-O mold.
Well, if he goes to sleep in that chest he was talking about, we just stick a cork in it and we're good.
I've got 18 strength. I can push the cork out.
Not if it's locked.
I have a lock on it already, thank you.
I mean, they just go bury it and stuff.
Another
Anywho,
lock on it.
There
On
are things we
ours.
can do.
things that have been
Lock it
discussed
from the inside.
oddly enough. All right,
Damn
so
it.
as you guys make your way to the gymnasium, you run again into Vina Nightguard and her friends, heading to the gymnasium as well. She is with her small clanking construct with a taller body and short, stout legs. It carries an armload of equipment that Vina and company could not seem to be bothered to do on their own. She sees a lot of you, scoffs, and moves away in a huff. You see the human that you ran into before in the bunk, named Talos. You see her Hadozi friend named Lestra. And you've heard around campus that the construct is her little servant. It is not a sentient construct like the Autognome. And it is nicknamed CKA 901.
I get that reference. Thank you.
I thought you would.
I think that was for you.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like, I don't get it.
I
We get it.
don't get that reference.
It's all good. You're not Captain America. It's fine. When you enter the gymnasium, you see several cadets in various areas being tested through a gauntlet of tasks. In one area, cadets run through what appears to be a large trench while explosions ignite around them, and several of them tumble to the ground, holding their ears from the concussive force.
Uh-oh.
In another spot, cadets leap across floating platforms to bob in water. Platforms that bob in water, and you can see electrical charges dancing across the surface. One of the cadets slips and lands in the water.
Uh-oh.
You hear the distinct buzz of electricity. You can see the cadets spasm at the shocks until they are pulled from the water by other cadets. In a third area, cadets swing from rope to rope that are suspended from the ceiling. You figure that should probably be the easiest task until one cadet swings and mistimes the crossing and is smoked by a spinning wheel of maces. They tumble to the ground with a thud. You hear a faint groan coming from that direction.
And you wanted to do this first.
I can't tell if this is awesome or terrifying.
Yes.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah.
It's both.
The final area is a steep slope. It appears to have a glossy sheen to it as you watch several cadets try to ascend the surface and ring a gong at the top. Only a couple make it up. The others slip and slide down to the bottom. A training officer takes notes at each of the cadets' failures or successes. Standing in your path is Boatswain Tardo. You smell her cigar before you even register she is in the cloud of smoke being produced by it. Well, what are you waiting for? Golden ticket? Get your butts in there, and let's see if you're as good as you think you are. And with that, you guys step into the gymnasium.
This looks like a whole lot of dex checks.
This looks horrifying.
As long
All
as
right.
my dice don't hate me, I should be okay.
Agreed.
So many people are going to die. First
Yep.
round.
Oh no!
God.
So
I
should I
didn't
just
come
bring up my
prepared.
new character right away?
Yeah, I would put that. All right. Well, Boatswain Tardo looks and goes, well, no one's died. Yet.
Lately.
Lately.
Yeah.
Maimed.
Yay.
Mm. All right. Which one of you wants to try the course first?
Yeah,
She
it
says.
Just game.
Is magical assistance allowed, sir?
Like what?
Like a bless spell.
You can concentrate on it. You can try it.
Challenge
As she,
accepted,
as
sir.
she points at the trench. I guess you're first there, Slappy. Off you go.
I actually cast Bless and get my 3 companions, not myself.
Yeah, you're still the one who has to concentrate on it.
Fair enough.
All right. So you see in front of you this trench. It is probably about, I don't know, 2 feet deep, roughly. You see it's got like the traditional, like, you know, barbed wires, few little, like, you know, crenellations and stuff around it. But you see in the field around it, within probably about 30, 40 feet diameter, lots of potholes, lots of pockmarks. From what you saw from the beginning, you realize that those were concussive explosions. So, Mr. Ooze.
I ooze out of my armor.
Okay.
Go amorphous.
Okay.
Flatten myself as much as possible.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll start going through the trench.
All right. So you see your ooze buddy start heading down the trench. Who's second?
I'll go next.
You're gonna go next. All right.
You betcha.
The Thrycreen goes clickety clackety and hops down the trench behind.
You betcha.
Who's next?
You want to go?
I guess I'll go. I can go.
Okay.
All right.
Short enough just to walk through there?
Yeah,
Well-
how big? Yeah, how tall is it?
You definitely won't. You're what, 3'8"?
Yeah.
You might not bump your head on the edges of the trench as you go through.
Okay.
Are there things being
Yeah, just a
shot in
little
here?
Yes.
I take an action and color myself to the surroundings so
Ooh,
that I
okay.
and I'm gonna sneak my way through here.
Like
He's
a
a
chameleon.
dirty.
If I can.
He's a dirt-looking bug.
Yep.
All right. And then finally, I'm assuming Gwen.
Yep.
In the hippo in the back. All right. So as you guys start heading down, that's when the fireworks kick in.
Of course.
Explosions start rocking all around you, whether you are an amorphous ooze lying on the ground, a dirt-colored bug, or a gnome that can't even see what is blowing up beside him. I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, God.
Constitution saving throw. I'm gonna
Am I
go
gonna skip
before
the first
him
time
so that
Oh no.
I still got the D4. 15 plus.
You also get a D4 added to it for his bless.
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So 15 and 3 is 18.
Okay.
Okay, good stuff.
Ow, I grabbed that D4.
Yeah,
really
honestly,
hard.
yeah. Very, very grateful.
Yeah.
So saving.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Okay.
What'd you get?
14.
14.
Ooh, you needed the D4.
You needed that
I
D4.
really needed that D4.
You needed that
I got a
D4.
4 on the D4.
Nice. You're welcome.
21.
Oh my gosh.
Here's like bam, like you see a little just kind of flatten a little bit, and that's it.
I got a 4.
Okay. And bug
Oh, I got 18.
18. All right.
So I guess I need to make a concentration check now.
You sure do, because you're the only one that failed, and you failed pretty badly.
And that is
It is considered a Constitution save, if I'm not mistaken.
I got a 15 on that one.
Okay, so the first explosion rocks. You watch your little jell-o friend go bloop, 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 bloop against the sides of the wall, because you know jell-o takes the form or whatever it's in. You barely make it through there. You're bam, and like you're like you can see her eyes kind of flicker, like you know, like C-3PO. And it's shocked. He's like, okay, and she keeps going. He's just like, meh, and the hippo's like, meh. All right, and you're like, all right. So you make about halfway down the trench.
Kind of make a sound.
Yeah, you do. So you make about halfway down the trench, and then it lights up once again. Everyone, make me another con save.
Remember, you do have a +4 still.
Plus D4. That's a 15 plus 3 is 18 and 2 is
Much
20.
better.
Nice.
Agreed. Sick. Plus Constitution. 26.
Oh! You rock that one.
I learned from the last
You
one.
learned from the last time. Absolutely.
I'm always evolving.
I got an 8.
Oh,
We
even with the
swapped.
+4?
Yeah, because I rolled a 1.
Oh,
So I rolled a 3.
You rolled a
plus
2.
1. And that's a
Did you?
3 on top. And
Still beats
Oh,
by
that's a
7.
1 on the bottom.
Almost 100% better than last time.
there you go.
And a 20 for myself.
All right.
Sad
So this time, the auto gnome and
I'm a little
the
wrong
bug
this time.
again shake it off pretty easily. but the poor hippo gets basically shell shocked for a round, and kind of just stands there, eyes kind of glaze over a little bit. The ooze once again does not make the saving throw.
But
Please make me
to
a-
maintain
But mates,
concentration.
concentrations, that bless keeps going. I tell you, it's the gift that keeps on giving. All right,
No, she's the gift that keeps on giving.
it's the gift that keeps on giving. Ha ha!
I was just thinking that.
Yeah. Now we need a Hadozi and a drum set. Ba-dum. There you go. All right. So you make it about 2/3 of the way down. You can see the end in sight. Your little oozy eyeballs can see where the trench goes up. And one last time, it just lights up.
Of course it does.
Give me one final save.
Hey, look at that. Just like last time.
Oh, okay. 21.
Oh, easy peasy. You've got this. You're figuring it out. Auto Gnome's figuring it out.
Oh, that's better. 18.
Yep. Shrugs it off.
20 for myself.
And how bad did McLaurin miss?
I got a 4 again.
You were so confident going in.
We're going to be carrying him through the rest of this course.
And the concentration check, oh, it goes down. I got a 6. No more bless.
No more blast. But hey, you're at the end of the course.
Yeah, that's about how I usually roll.
Okay, so the ooze comes out very shaky. It's still vibrating from all the concussions. It's like throwing a pebble in the water. You know, the rings keep going.
I try to adopt humanoid form, and I'm just kind of like.
You can't come out behind you again. See a face roll through the surface and get to the pit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like Terminator 2
Yeah, exactly.
after he gets hit with the grenade.
Alrighty. Okay. You see Golson Tardo standing at the end of the trench. Looks at you, goes, pass. Looks at you, pass. Looks at you, pass. Looks at you. Get better. And
Yes,
just
sir.
and you see her just like cross your name off the list.
Oh
All right. She looks over at you, chomps in her scar a little bit more, says, all right. Off you go. I hope you all can float. She looks at you
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it.
and looks at you, and you see the platforms bobbing on the electrified water.
no. I guess I'll go first.
All right.
How far apart are
The anchor goes first.
How far apart are the platforms?
You definitely know it is going to require an athletics or an acrobatics check to make it across the platform.
So how far apart are they?
Probably about 5 feet.
But
Okay.
it's an
Do I?
unstable surface.
Do I?
I mean, you tried last time. It didn't work.
I will try acrobatics.
Okay.
11.
So
Oh
the
no.
gnome goes charging across the first platform, has little go-go gadget legs, boing, springs, hits the edge. Her feet just touch the water,
Can
but she
I-
catches her fingers in it and pulls herself
you
up
just-
on the
Oh.
platform. You feel
My
you
heart.
feel
A zap.
the tingle of electricity, kind of like when you have pins and needles in your fingers.
Yeah.
You feel that across your toes right now, and you're like,
Okay.
and you can again, your eyes kind of do that little glittery thing of a little bit too much
I
electricity,
kind of picture her eyes like actually briefly glowing even brighter.
and a little bit extra charge on it. Yeah.
Oddly enough, I'm proficient in athletics, but I'm better at acrobatics.
Yeah, me too.
Well, it's because you have a high dex.
Yeah,
So-
me too.
All right, who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay. Now remember, as a GIF, you also have proficiency, or you have advantage in all athletic checks. So you could roll 2d20, even if your acrobatics is better.
It is.
Proficiency is advantage is equal to +5, basically.
Yeah, because you're going to have 2 dice to try versus 1.
Yeah, we'll try the athletics.
Okay.
Am I still rolling with that level of exhaustion?
Pick dice, it's
No.
Okay.
We'll go with the black. Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
There we go. 21.
Oh,
21.
very, very daintily, the
I'm surprisingly dexterous for a big hippo.
yep, the gift she goes.
I'm like looking behind taking notes.
Yep. The gift just looks at it. Meh. Do, 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 boing, boing, pow, and just about leaps past the autonome on the other platform. Lands daintily in almost like a ballerina-style pose.
I was going to say like a ballerina, but I didn't use acrobatics, I used athletic.
Yeah.
So I just stick that landing like a gymnast.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
An Olympian over
Like
here.
Like a G6, like a G6.
Don't worry, if you fall in, I got a strong
All right.
lead.
Which one of you two is next?
I'll go.
All right. Oh, and you see, Bosun Tardo is looking over your score and kind of just goes, writes something down. Looks at yours, goes, and writes something down.
I know, I'm surprisingly dexterous for a hippo.
Yep.
All right, off I go.
Oh,
6.
Oh no! All right.
Your reaction versus what you got, very different. Very misleading. I was like, oh, you did so well.
Oh no! No, I dived straight into the water.
Yeah, he's like, do, 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 do. Like, you watch and you're like, he didn't even try to jump. Just ran straight off, like a cartoon. Like, just ran, stood there for a second or two, and then straight in the
Completely
water.
misunderstood the assignment.
Yeah,
Taking more notes on what not
yeah.
to do.
So you look at your poor bug friend who hits the water, and lightning just arcs all around him.
It's all good.
all 6 limbs spasm.
Yeah, literally. He's got 4 arms go straight out. His antennae just go ping straight up.
Little Jacob's ladder happening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's got the little arc going.
Now reaching and
In
pulling.
your heads, in your the one thing, just 5.
You take 4 points of electrical damage.
Ow!
Oof.
Now reach in and pull him out.
Okay, you reach and pull him out. You sit there and spasm for a bit, and you watch, and you hear a from both on shakes her head. Her cigar moves from one side of her mouth to the other, and she just marks something down on the thing. And then she looks up at the ooze and goes, and just immediately starts crossing your name out.
Good luck.
McCormick's shoulders kind of slump.
Ooh, do the slinky thing.
And then he, as a bonus action, he extends a pseudopod to the next platform.
Okay.
Does that give me a bonus since I've got a solid footing on the other side already?
I wouldn't say it's a footing, but I will give you advantage on your athletics check.
Nice.
Pull yourself across.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
I needed it. 10. I roll a 4 and a 6. And I am proficient with athletics.
Are you though?
Maybe you should try some of my dice.
I think I might switch dice here.
You have some very pretty dice.
My pink ones are not deadly like Dragon Kitty, so.
McCorm, you stretch your pseudopod across there. You kind of slinky yourself over there, but forget some part of you, and it drags across the water like a fishing line, and you just watch the arcs just fly off. But you manage to not electrocute yourself. So you see Bosun Tardo stop scratching at your line and goes, and puts a check mark instead.
Tries to do it in one big step, but does not.
Does not succeed. I mean, you could have just bugged it. But, all right, so she's like, all right, well, that was
Hello there.
interesting.
Hello there.
Oh, it's following.
Yeah, so we do hear the sounds when they go off like that. So, all right, let's see here.
I'd like to point out to our audience that you can give us advantage or disadvantage on some of these rolls.
Yes, by spending chapter points, those are available. All right.
How many platforms are there?
Just only the one you
Just
need
the
to go
one.
across.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more like a gap that we had to.
Well, no, they were kind of floating around, and it kind of just it's the next flotsam you're on is basically now just a step over to get back on dry land. So they are floating in the lake. Actually, give me a perception check.
Sure.
Keith, you automatically know because you hit the water. You went in. The water.
Oh. 6. I rolled a nat 2.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Shout out to the 2 crew.
You are kind of oblivious.
What does Cricket automatically know?
Oi! I also rolled a 2, so I got a 4.
Okay, so also oblivious.
Doing great over here.
All right. So the pseudopod and the bug realize that the water is actually full of electrical eels.
Ooh, tasty.
Yeah, please don't eat them.
If only you could make them your friends.
I didn't take that. Oh, I don't have that spell yet.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Eel friendship.
I pat you on the shoulder and I say, Isis has blessed you, my friend. And then I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
Oh,
Okay.
So that is a D8, I believe. You get back 5 hit points. And Isis has now blessed you twice.
You are so lucky.
How can we both drink?
All right. So both Von Tartle stares at the Ladia and says, "That was interesting." You also hear from behind you a whole bunch of kind of laughing.
I turn and look.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even have to turn. I just look. I don't actually
The
have
eyeballs go
eyes.
this way to that
I
way.
don't actually have eyes, I have ganglia. So I just orient my ganglia in that direction.
Beautiful. Love that image. I will turn to look.
Okay. And you happen to see Vina and her friends standing on the shore on the other side, laughing at you guys.
Turn around, hand on hip, assume the pose.
Yeah.
Come here.
Are they willing?
Are they willing?
Well, the Hadozi doesn't know any better, so yes. The other two, no.
Okay, the Hodozi hears in their head. And the other two hear
I'll turn to the bosun
furious
and
clicking
ask,
and some
is
antenna waving.
interfering with other cadets on these courses frowned upon?
Very much so.
Darn.
We're here to see how you do in certain situations. You don't need to worry about others interfering or you interfering with them. We're not here to test that. You'll do that when you guys go into these ship simulations. That is where you will test against other squads.
Harry's and
I
I are just
see.
knowing we're gonna have
Yeah.
to deal with this as soon as we're done here.
Excellent.
They tried to take my bunk.
She says, all right, enough jibber jabbering.
She's the one that I had to threaten.
Get on them ropes and swing, she says. And you see the ropes, and you see this other
No.
rope going between them with this big wheel of, or sorry, it's not a rope, it's just a swinging pendulum with a wheel of maces
Oh my god.
stacked on it. And that wheel of maces is spinning furiously, and it's just doing a nice back and forth, back and forth,
Very
back
calming.
and forth. Nice and calming, absolutely. You don't feel any panic at all. And you look straight ahead and you see 3 sets of ropes. So your start, your middle, and your end.
No.
And 2 sets of spinning mace wheels going back and forth.
Ooh,
My heart.
I'll stand here and watch this for a minute to try and get the timing as to when to swing through. So when you swing, you'll have to go do both at the same time. Otherwise, you'll lose your swing and get stuck in the middle.
Oh no! Don't. Why would you say that?
When you go, don't stop.
Okay.
I'm going to reach out and touch you and cast resistance on you.
Oh.
So once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the one saving throw of their choice.
That's
you can
concentration still, though.
It is.
But-
But you can roll the die before or after making the saving throw,
Okay.
and then the spell ends. It is concentration.
All right. Who's first?
I'll
Not
go.
me.
You go.
I'll go.
All right.
Do I gain any benefit from having 4 arms?
Oh.
We are swinging on ropes.
I mean, I think if a Hadozi does with their
Well,
Free
those
hands.
also have the gliding wings too.
so they can just
You have like extra grip.
Yeah.
With the extra hands, you know.
It doesn't say in.
But you also have a giant bug's ass to kind of whip around. I'm going to say no. It's going to be a moot point.
Is your lower half like an ant? Like are you
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's regular legs. I think I have a tail.
yeah.
He's got like a little
But
buzz
Abdomen.
carcass. Yeah.
It's got the ant's abdomen a little bit.
Doesn't show it on the mini.
That's okay.
So
All right.
just acrobatics then.
No, it is 2 dexterity saving throws.
Oh no.
2 dexterity saving throws. Oh, that's better than that. That's a
I
better
just
chance
turned
than
to the
acrobatics.
boys and said, You could just put an X beside me now.
All right.
Like, oh, I've already got it.
Oh, so I'm on the platform and I'm timing it
Okay.
and dodging the mace that swings through the pendulum.
Correct.
All right. Here
And
goes
you
the
have your
first try.
twice. All right.
Here goes the first one. Oh. I just walk and go right through because I've just got a 24.
All right. You get that first rope. You swing like Tarzan. Those things miss you by a country
I don't even bother timing it. I just walk. I just go.
Do we hear a mental?
You see the second one, and off you go.
One more time. Whoops, sorry.
In the box.
19.
All right. The bug makes it look easy.
Oh,
He just grabs the rope. He just goes running. Doesn't even really time it. Just runs, grabs a rope. The one comes whipping past his ass. He grabs the second rope, lets his momentum carry him past. Everyone comes whipping, and you see it kind of just passes the front of his antennae. He grabs his third rope.
Nice.
On the other platform.
McCorm
Just-
slumps a little further.
You hear in your heads,
I know
it's just
exactly.
like ship life.
That would be your lovely wife that gave you a nice.
Nice.
All right. Who next?
my confidence is up after seeing that, so I will go next.
All right. The other one's like, I got this.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that looks so easy.
Just remember, you can roll that d4
Yes.
before or after. the
Yeah,
first.
okay.
It's easy.
So-
You just have to time it right. That's what you hear in your head.
That's what here. Yeah, okay. Love it.
Roll the d4.
Oh no.
I tried. What part of timing it right did you not hear?
Oi! All right. So the one's like, timing. I'm mechanical. Timing.
That's my whole gimmick.
That's my whole gimmick. And she goes just charging forward, reaches out, and completely misses the rope. And the spinning wheels come by, just punk, and just punts her straight out. You just watch her go. She lands on the ground, making a thud,
Perfect.
taking 1 point of bludgeoning damage, and falling prone.
Oof.
And as you kind of try to pick yourself up, you hear a whole bunch of laughter from a ways away.
And maybe a little bit nearby.
Hello there.
That's okay. You can laugh at me. Just like a little giggle.
And you hear stifled laughter in your head.
So
Wrong
much
kind
laughing.
of timing.
Come on, are you okay?
Yeah.
Her timing is apparently more mechanical than it should be.
McCorm looks even more drooped now.
All right, who's next?
That would be me. That's
All right.
This one.
All right, so the hippo steps up. The gift takes a look at the course.
I
Dexterity's your
draw the
thing.
laughter around me because, I'm a hippo.
Yep.
I don't think I can do this.
You got this.
You hear from the ground.
17.
You got this.
Easily, you grab the first rope, one-handed, swing across. The maces go whipping past your little tail on your butt, and you make it to the second rope. Give me another save.
You less got this.
Yeah. Sorry, math is not my strong suit.
Same.
5 and 7.
12.
Oh.
So you
I
go
knew
making
that
it
I
through.
wasn't gonna get there.
You make it to the second rope, come whipping through. You hear McCormick kind of sucking his ooze, and the Thrycreen you can hear in your his head go, "Ugh!" And it just whips past your nose as you come over, grab the third rope onto the
But my
platform.
timing was a little bit off.
A little bit off. You hear a from the bosun on the thing, and gives you a check mark. And then the bosun looks at you.
You hear in your head, no, yes.
McCorm hesitantly oozes over towards the launch platform.
You got this, my gelatinous buddy.
14.
All right. So your pseudopod kind of wraps around. It looks like a weird like snake going around the rope. You kind of swing it across. You feel the maces spinning by your ganglion as you go whipping past, and you make it to the first rope. Give me another check.
Whistling by his pseudo cheeks.
16 this time.
And you make it almost look easy. Not as easy as the bug, but yeah, you whip past the second one. The maces come whipping past you again, nice and close. You can feel the wind from the spinning coming past you as you land on the other side, and you hear from across the platform, and you see her. I see Bolson. Check you off.
I'm taking so many
Despite
notes.
despite the lack of facial features, you still get a palpable sense of relief from McCorm's body language.
You take a deep breath. Suck. Release.
She
Yeah,
suddenly gets
kind
like
of
4
expands.
inches taller, and it expands down.
Yes, exactly.
All right, you hear Bolson.
High tentacle.
Bolson looks over and goes, all right, well, most of you did okay. Kind of looks at Gidget. All right, last thing. See if you can ring the gong, he says. And you look up and you see this. It's almost like polished marble. You see absolutely no pits in it, no dents, no handholds, no nothing. And it has got a glossy sheen on it, almost like a snail leaving a trail down, or a pseudopod.
So is our rival group of cadets following us on the course?
No, they're just watching.
They're not doing it behind us.
Wow,
No.
what jerks.
And so you look back and you see all of them kind of just sitting there looking at you, smirking, except for the construct doesn't have a face.
No tools, I presume.
Nope.
Damn.
So this is like the wall in American Ninja.
It is
We are all
probably about a good 75 to 80 degree.
Okay.
And you see it's probably a good 15, 20 foot.
What kind of check is this?
This is definitely going to be an athletics check.
McCorm will step up first.
Okay.
This time. And he's going to cast resistance on you again.
Thank you.
That's just a check.
This is check.
Resistance is a save.
Saving throw.
Oh, you're
You want
okay.
guidance.
Okay,
You
yeah.
look for
that'll have
guidance for that one.
So then you get nothing.
It's the thought that counts.
My pseudopod as I schluck past you reaches out and pats you on the shoulder.
Oh, Corey, chat is saying they're getting double audio.
Mm-hmm.
From who?
Ooh. It's Chelsea that said it, so I'm not sure.
Good thing someone's monitoring that.
Mods.
Yeah.
I can't get the mod screen on my mobile.
I wonder if it actually is probably my microphone picking you guys up, I would assume.
Oh, it might be.
Which it should, because it's shotgun mic. It should be points
We'll
to that.
see.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. It's overlap, but I don't know who is overlap.
I'm not sure. Mm-hmm.
Oh, hear you twice. So another mic
Can
is
hear
picking
me
you.
twice.
Corey twice.
Yeah.
So it could be my
So
mic
another
picking
mic is
you up
picking you
because I'm closest.
Possibly. Interesting. Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. Okay. I'm gonna have to bring my mic closer to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting. All right.
Thanks for letting us know.
Ready
Yes,
for check?
thank you.
Yep.
So athletics, I am proficient.
Oh,
20.
You scamper up that wall like, well, I guess
Oops.
ooze up the wall.
Yeah.
You ever seen molasses go uphill? You're about to.
You have, yeah.
And then I will extend the pseudopad back down to give someone else an assist if needed.
Okay.
can we climb the plasmoid?
Good question.
Teamwork.
I mean,
Not really.
got a strictly
We can
team,
do
so.
the humanoid ladder thing.
No. Basically, you make it up there, you ring the gong, and then you slide down. There's no platform
Oh,
up top.
okay, gotcha.
It
So when I
always
get within 10 feet of the gong, I just whip my pseudopod.
Okay.
whip
I-
your pseudopod.
I will try.
All right.
Okay.
The auto gnome.
Whip your pseudopod.
And this is was it athletics? You said.
Yep.
Okay.
You can do this.
Oh, almost.
You can do it.
6.
Rev
so
your motor.
6.
Bounced off an 18.
Oh.
It almost. I know.
All right. You're like, I got this. I got this. Screet. Slap straight down. I don't got this.
No.
And you just see the bosun look at you go.
Just on my bottom, looking up. I tried so hard.
Alright,
And
I'll go.
got so far.
What are the rules for?
But in the end, it
PCs
didn't
as
even
projectile
matter.
Please don't throw the PC.
But I want to throw the auto gnome.
Well, technically,
Make
if
me
you-
fly.
if you're with the auto gnome, then it counts, right?
Get on one of those gift ships with
I
a big
think this is how
cannon.
you just stare at us.
Tucks her
It's
arms
very
and legs in.
ominous.
All right.
Load her into the cannon.
This is why we're gonna end up more like Firefly than Star Trek. All the shenanigans.
Alrighty.
Okay, what am I rolling?
You're rolling athletics, which you are. Would you get advantage on? Because you are a gift.
Nice. Or is she a GIF?
It's a
Yeah.
She's a gif. Yeah, get out of here.
We all will fight you on that.
Yes.
That was for my wife, by the way.
Definitely. I think it's a 2.
She'll appreciate this when she watches this.
Oh, it's a 7. That's a
Yeah,
7.
that's a 7.
Yeah, and an 18.
Well,
Well, I know which one you're taking.
taking.
Yeah.
Plus 3.
Good
21.
old advantage.
21.
21.
You make it again look easy, which is really odd for a giant hippo
I
person.
surprised
Okay.
everyone.
But she just basically just shrugs up that thing, rings a gong, and slides
go.
back down. All
No,
one.
I know the
one.
trick. I wash my hands and my feet really well, make sure they're really dry and nice and sticky, and just stick my way up that thing.
Taking more notes.
It helps to have fingerprints.
I
Fair enough.
stick my hand
Yeah,
in
my
the
joints
gorm.
probably don't help.
Stick my other hand in the gorm.
I look at my two
Stick my feet in them one at a
barely
time.
formed hands.
They're nice and clean now.
Fingerprints.
Like an elevator.
Hey! Personal space.
And I'm a Viking at athletics. Here we go.
Oh,
Crit.
Oh.
I got a 20. That's a 25.
So you just kind of like dance your ass
he
up
even-
there.
Does he just like grasshopper hop up and hit it?
Come
Like-
on.
I wish they had that in Dark Sun.
They did. They actually had a leap ability. No, but you again with that you make it look so easy. You just straight up rings a gong, slides on down with flair, lands, and you hear a
I flip you three
from across the
birds.
way,
I flip you 3 birds just for showing off.
and you look and you see the other cadets, Vina and her friends just go, "Huh." And they turn around and they all.
So much coffee for me.
Those who
Good
are
job,
willing,
guys!
those who are willing here, I fought in your general direction.
I better take you up and toss you in the air.
I feel,
Yeah.
I feel a
Okay.
blanket party. I feel a blanket party coming on for those guys.
Yeah, a
All right,
blanket.
give me 1 second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn down
I'll be
your
blind.
gain on your mic.
Oh, wait.
and
Okay.
see if that-
Yeah, I can see 2 going off from here.
Yeah. Sorry.
Can I steal some sriracha almonds while we're taking a second? Of course.
Just one.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Anybody else want on it?
There's sriracha.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
No.
And
good.
the other one is wasabi and soy sauce.
So
That one seems less. You want that one?
Lauren really likes that one.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
seems less offensive than sriracha.
Opposite. I think that's way more offensive.
yeah, I agree.
I prefer mine covered in chocolate.
Well, I worked with a fellow that would bring wasabi peas. And
All
they
right,
were
we'll have to. Oh yeah, hey, you want to toss one of those?
Oh yeah. You want sriracha or?
I'll take the wasabi. I love wasabi. It's snack time, everyone.
Yeah.
we
Thank you.
don't have to go to the lobby for it.
We don't have to go to the lobby. No, we don't have to. We don't have to break for that.
I'm back.
All right, so I can see myself a little bit on the sound still. I'm coming more through my mic than I am through.
Oh yeah, just like a very small amount.
Yeah, I turned the gate up a little bit more on you guys because you guys are actually hitting the proper volume, and that should help.
And when
With
you were
that.
like, be loud, we were all like, ha ha ha, and now we're like uproaring and laughing.
Yeah, exactly. And this is why I have a compressor on you guys.
Good plan.
I agree. That time is the best time, and we can actually look at the chat a little
On
bit.
the chat? Mm-hmm.
So we do actually see the chat. We just aren't reacting through the chat at all, but we are monitoring it and stuff. So
Because it's on mobile, I'm a bit of a delay.
Same.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody gave poor Carly a advantage on that chat.
Yeah, guys.
Come on,
give
you
me a
guys.
hand.
What are you doing here? Sleeping at the source.
It does cost, I think, 200 or 400 channel points. So if you just jumped in, you only got 300,
I guess.
and then you get
I
X
have-
amount
yeah.
per hour.
Wait, let me find that. I have lots of them.
Oh, I bet you
but-
do.
Actually, I will let everyone know. We have a finite amount of advantages and disadvantages that people can give out during the stream. For disadvantage, you can give it out only once during the stream, and a maximum of 4 times for the entire stream for multiple people. You do have to also say who you're giving it to. Same with advantage. I believe you can give it out twice, and I believe I only allowed 6 times over the entire stream to give advantage. We do have some other fun stuff for channel points. One of the redemptions is you can add extra loot, uncommon loot or rare loot to a loot find. It does cost 1,000 and 4,000 channel points, respectively, and you can only redeem 2 or 4 uncommon per stream, and only 1 rare per stream. And no, you cannot put in very rare or legendary. That is something you'll have.
No, but I'm gonna try this. It's awesome.
That would have been
Yeah.
great. Carly.
What did I know?
I'm pumped. Let's go.
I mean, I can fire off one of my ones I hate the most, but
Definitely not the song of her dice.
yeah,
No.
no.
I get rickrolled by my own dice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Your dice is the 90.
Okay. Now we try to get back onto the game. So you finish off your area of the gymnasium. Boswan, Tardo looks at you and says, "All right, well, what did I say? Boswain, Boson,
Bosun.
Bosun,
Whatever.
Whatevs. We all know who you're talking about.
the Bosun."
I can see you didn't grow up in a Navy town.
I grew up in Swift Current. It's beyond landlocked.
Mormon farm town? You know.
Yeah, no. I mean, we had a creek. That's literally why it's called Swift Current, but that's beside the point. I mean, you did not put boats
Neither
down there.
Swift nor Current. It's a very ironic name.
Yeah, it's neither Swift nor Current. Now, so the bosun looks at you guys and says, "All right, you pretty much completed your obstacle course. Some of you did good." He looks at the bug and the hippo. Some of you really need to work on your sea legs and your dexterity, or you're going to find yourself floating in wild space. And she looks dead-eyed at the gnome, and over at and looks wherever your head would supposedly be at the
I
Neck
hopefully
arm.
suggest that you can faintly see the brain. That's
jell-o.
probably your best choice to look at.
Yeah.
He
At the-
basically
at
looks like
jell-o.
one of those fruit jellos, like
Mhm.
with the pineapple and shit in it, and you're like, it's
And
unappetizing.
you can literally see my breakfast floating in me because it dissolves over hours.
Well, you are wearing armor, so no, you cannot.
At like different stages of
Yeah.
regurgitation.
And for some reason, there's a pewter plate in there too. You're not sure what's up with that.
Just floating around.
All right. So the bosun looks and says, "All right,
Take the plate and put the whole thing in me.
you've got your you got pretty much your assault course done. You need to head up to the Spelljammer Nexus."
And then when I go back through the best line, I just spit out
That's
the perfectly clean
On the
plate.
different level?
Yes.
I'm assuming there's like an elevator nearby.
Correct.
I'm making
Yes.
my
So
way.
you're heading to the Nexus.
Make my way downtown.
And you
I
know,
believe we have to put on our helmets for this. Our blue helmets.
yes, correct.
Oh, I
Because
thought it
you're
was
going-
just for the skydock.
I turned my head blue.
I'm trying to fit it over my.
This area is one of the higher restricted areas, and I'll explain it to you when you get up there.
Okay.
So yes, you do need your blue helmet. Bolson looks at you and says, all right, you're going to meet Sareth Abazine.
Sareth?
Just as a warning, if you haven't met him before, he is human, but he's got, like, silver eyes.
Ooh.
So I know that kind of throws people off. You think he's maybe like an astral elf or something. He's not. He's just a human. But he's one of our most talented spelljammers. He's pretty new to the academy, but listen to him. Yeah, what he will tell you will save your life out in wild space.
Wait, silver's not a normal color for your eyes?
Silver? No.
I've got compound eyes.
Mine are
Solids
mechanical.
are weird, man.
Sorry, what did you say his name was? Or their name?
Sareth Abazine.
Oh, good luck. I'm just gonna try. Abazine.
I've seen many humanoid races,
Sareth.
so I've seen all.
All right. The Spelljammer Nexus is the final stop in your long orientation. You've been tasked to speak with Sareth Abazine, the Spelljammer training officer. You've heard that he is the most talented of the Spelljammer instructors, although he is one of the least experienced teachers. Their eyes shimmer like pools of quicksilver, and rumor has it that this allows them to see magical auras. The Spelljammer Nexus is the exclusive training area for the Spelljammer cadets. It contains a laboratory, a library of navigational and astronautical references, a chart room, and the Nexus itself, which is a large chamber containing 8 training Spelljammer Helms, ornate high-back chairs mounted onto mechanical gimbals that encircle the 30-foot orrery depicting realm space.
Gimbals.
So realm space is Toril, which is Forgotten Realms, and the area around it. So the Tears of Saloon, which is the moon with the asteroids around it. Several other planets along the way.
I can see my house from here.
If you can, that's really.
Okay, I can see my world from here.
I maybe can see my asteroid from here.
So, Sareth is going to teach you guys how to operate the training helms and guide you through movement of miniature test ships. So, you see all these chairs, and he just tells you all, have a seat.
I take a seat.
Oh, it's for the biggest seat.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
I look for the biggest seat.
I think I'll move to the smaller one.
So you see that the as you pick them up and move them,
It's canon now.
the seats are all like I said on a mechanical gimbal. So Sareth looks. He says, normally a Spelljammer helm will be magically held aloft. How is dependent on who builds helm, what is powering the helm. They will have different colors, different symbols. They will do different things. But for what we're doing, because you're not physically attached to an actual spelljamming ship, the gimbals will basically mimic the same movements. As you see, like, okay, let's get back to basics of spelljamming. So when you sit in a spelljamming helm, you basically become part of the ship. You become... It's kind of like having phantom arms. So you can feel the ship, you can feel the movement of the ship, you can steer the ship, and you can also, like, you know, pitch it up and down. You also can change its orientation, rotation, all that stuff. When you are attached to a helm, it becomes an extension of you as well. So even though most helms are on the interior of the ship, they're not going to be out on the back deck of a galleon or anything like a normal helm would be, because that's just silly and that would just make you a giant target for anything that is attacking you. You can at any time see any part of your ship because it is an extension of you. So if you want to look out the front, if you want to look out, at where one of your weapons are, if you want to look in your cargo hold, your galley, wherever, the Spelljammer has that ability too. So it is very important that you get that idea, and it's mental. It's all, you think it and it happens. It's not like you put your hand up and the ship rocks or anything like that. I mean, if that's the way you want to
Describe it.
jam. I mean, that is your jam, literally. But
I'm mad I laughed at that.
I am not. If you anyone can spell jam, but you have to tune yourself to the helm, and it's more made for those who are already understanding that of magic. So those who worship deities, those who cast spells innately or through knowledge. Your training in the Arcana arts will be what moves it to how the ship reacts. The better you are with your knowledge in the arcane, the better the ship will respond to your whims. But that's not to say our gift friend, who is not a caster, cannot actually hop in a Spelljammer seat, tune to it, and start moving the ship. It will just be much more sluggish than if your autognome friend here, who is a caster, hops in the seat. That kind of makes sense the way it works.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Spelljamming also has some unique characteristics. If you can give Carly the Spelljammer sheet.
What about proficiency with space vehicles?
That will help, but Arcana is going to be your big check. So
Thank you very much.
all right. So for those of you watching, we are mishmashing a whole bunch of stuff together because, like I said, the 5th edition rules came with absolutely no intricate rules for spell jamming. It kind of sucked. I'm very disappointed in it, unfortunately. So, fortunately, there are some folks on Reddit who are amazing. There's a Spelljammer community, our Spelljammer, if you want to take a look at that sort of stuff. This was on the DM's Guild, and this is, we have different things for the characters to do on the ship, not just, I'm a shipmate. It is different roles. So we have like the bosun, we have the chief medical officer, we have the navigator, and a few more. So they can change any time. So this is not going to be your always role on a ship. Just to let you guys know. So if you, let's say, Owen, you decide you want to take the medical officer, but then on the next voyage you want to take the navigator.
Right.
Absolutely. These are just to give everyone something to do during combats when we're doing more intricate maneuvers and stuff. So again, he sits you down, and he tells you to kind of, as you're sitting in the orrery, you see these little mechanical Spelljammer ships. They're all different designs. So one's like a galleon, one's a hammer ship, one's a squid ship, one's a no nautiloids. No, you won't move one of those. But you see like a caravel, you see a lamprey, damselfly, all these different little ships. And as you sit there, he tells you basically to sit, relax, and try to move. They are attuned to your helms. They will move around the orrery. So the orrery basically is a giant star chart up in the sky. See, like these, they have the the good old fashioned telescope to look up and stuff. And he explains to you, an orrery is a very interesting device. If you have one, you can kind of think your destination or see your destination and chart your course through the Spelljammer that way. So you don't have to sit there and be like, okay, we're going to go this way and that way. If you're like, I know where the Rock of Brawl is, as an example. We want to go there. The ship will then move on its own through you, and it will make its own kind of minute changes. You don't fly through an asteroid or bump into anything. If you run into anything with a gravity well, that could be another ship, planet, asteroid, monster, whatever. Your spelljamming helm will come out of what they basically call spelljamming speed, which is 100 million miles a day.
Autopilot.
And your spelljammer has to stay in the helm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not an autopilot. Your spelljammer still has to sit there.
So it would be beneficial to have multiple people that can
Yeah.
can effectively jam.
Yes, because on a long
Ships.
voyage, that person can't sit there for 7 days. It could, but it would be bad. But most of the time, it'll move, like I said, on its own, unless something happens, and then it will kind of think of it as like Star Trek warp.
Right.
Your warp speed when you're going to another planet, 100 million miles. You come near a larger body that has a gravity well, it drops you into what you'd call almost like a battle speed or a combat speed, which is what we'll be doing with with minis.
Impulse.
Basically like an impulse, basically. So like I said, there's going to be a few different things we do from the 5e, because the 5e literally has 0 rules written in the Spelljammer for how to spelljam, where the original 2e rules has an entire 100-page booklet on how to have combat in space, which most people would love to kill for. And again, if you want, check on Reddit, folks, for some of the stuff people are doing. People are making some amazing stuff. They're doing some great stuff. All right. So, as you guys are sitting there and you're moving your ships and stuff, Sarah looks directly at the Autognome.
Just out of curiosity, which ship am I controlling?
Which ship do you want to control?
I'm controlling
I want the Hammerhead.
Sure.
Doink.
He looks over at you and says, "Tell me a tale of your past. What should I know of you?" And he just looks at you with these silvered eyes, and it kind of just burrows into you. This look he gives.
Okay. I'm an autognome from like a spaceport.
Which
And,
one?
From Deep Rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah, I work there with my creator Nora. And yeah, I really want to go on all these great adventures like we always hear tales about.
And what about your? That's your present and your future. But what about your past? What moves you? What makes you want to do this drug?
I guess I was just
not to put you on the spot or
yeah.
anything.
created with adventure in me. I hit a panel on my chest.
Okay.
And it mechanically opens up and you see a glass heart, in the shape of a human heart, that has stardust swirling around. Yeah, and I'm this is kind of my drive. It's my adventure, right built into me is I've always wanted to go out and be with the stars that I was created from. And
Very precious.
comes back in.
Interesting.
So
Well,
that's
I
what
thank
an
you very
astral
much.
spark looks like.
Yeah.
I would have been I would have done stuff in other places.
All right, and you continue moving your ship around, and he nods, and you're getting the hang of it pretty well. You're in tune with it for sure. He wanders over to the GIF as you move around your ship and says, "Tell me where you wish to be 1 year hence. What shall the cosmos make of you?"
Well, like all of my race, I hope to discover where home is. We don't know.
I know. That's a lofty goal. You think in 1 year you'll figure that out?
If I get real lucky.
You'll definitely need it, but I wish you good luck. And you continue doing yours. You feel the sluggishness of the helm react to you. You're not really in tune as everyone else is with it.
I may have grown up on ships, but that doesn't mean I know how to fly them.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. And he his eyes kind of shift over to Gorm.
I'm currently trying to chase down our bug friend's damselfly with my hammerhead to ram it.
Good luck with that.
He says, "Something inside your mind holds you back. What is it? Speak it, or it shall poison your ability to fly."
It's his brain.
Or lack thereof.
Uh,
I can see a brain in that news.
I'm not sure what you speak of.
You feel his silver eyes kind of start burrowing into you.
Okay, fine. I murdered someone in their sleep.
Oh. Well, watch out for this hole of jell-o.
She killed someone that I really loved and tried to kill me. So I crept into her chambers and I smothered her while she was sleeping.
The neener that's going on in your head stops really quick.
Nightly, as I try to sleep, I feel her struggles, her limbs weakening as she tried to grasp for air, and I try to convince myself that I don't enjoy them.
It's dark.
I was gonna say this got real dark real fast.
Interesting. Well, hopefully that will allow you to, that liberation and your squad mates knowing that about you may help you become a better spelljammer. But it is something you're going to have to deal with, something you're going to have to wrestle with until you clear your own conscience. How you make amends is up to you. But you will have to.
Thank you.
And you see his ship just fucking stop dead. It just completely, he's completely out of tune with his
I think
with
we've
his
all
Spelljammer helm.
Like, I fly little loop-loops around him. I recover quick.
And he stops and turns and looks at you as you're doing your loop-de-loops and stuff.
We can weird each other out. You've got reflective eyes. I've got compound eyes.
I think there might be some psionics going on here.
Says, "Where did you come from? I sense a great destiny inside you, yearning for release."
Okay, now I'm going to call you Cotton Eye Joe.
Where'd you come from?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Compound Eye Joe.
Oh, I don't like that one.
Sorry.
I'm not sure where I came from. I have memories of a whole lot of black people around me, and then I remember ship after ship, hiding and or crewing, whichever, until I was dropped here, learning what I could, but never being a real spelljammer, which is all I want to be.
When you remember your people, remember where you came from, you happen to remember crystalline structure forming on your planet?
Vague memories. I was very small when I hit on my first spelljammer ship.
Oh, very, very. And you and the three of you, as he's talking, also notice that his damsel fly just kind of hangs in the air as he kind of draws these memories out,
I ran it.
Of course you do.
and you watch it just kind of completely miss.
It's a simulation. They're not real.
It's interesting. All right.
I found
Well-
a sad face.
Remember, as I said, when you spell jam, you are part of the ship. Your essence helps the ship move. The ship will listen to you. If you are unsure, if you have doubts, if you have lingering issues, the ship will react to that. And in ways you may not anticipate. So you do have to, learn to clear your mind and be calm while spelljamming.
I am one with the ship. The ship is with me. I am one with the ship. The ship is with
He says, all right, that's enough for today. I think you've all learned the basics, and I mean the basics of spelljamming. But
Capital B.
everyone has to learn. It's a start. So, with that, I will bid you good day. Go enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Get some food, and we'll see you tomorrow for some.
a piece of pie, like, floats to the surface. Already did, thanks.
Oh,
He smirks a little bit, shakes his head even
Save
more.
that for later.
I'm eating it right now.
things we don't need to see.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, as you guys come down from the Nexus,
We can take our helmets off.
Mine has little holes.
Bolsonaro waits for you impatiently.
Apparently mine
You
was-
four all good now? And before you can even sort of even give any sort of answer, says, "Great, wonderful. Something for you, right? It should be right up your skills." She says as she chomps on her cigar and puff of smoke comes out.
I love her. She's so cool.
Just finish this up and then head to the refectory for lunch. She looks down at the dock level. Spelljamming Trader has delivered a fresh shipment of supplies to the academy, which also includes a crate addressed to the old wolf.
To who, sorry?
Would that
Yes.
hurt?
Mert the Merciless, she says, and rolls her eyes. All right.
How many nicknames does this guy have? Was he Lord of Forks too?
Nope, just the old wolf. He also is the academy head, so you don't want to really get on his bad side if you want to stay here. Says, all right. He hands you out each a gold security helmet. Says, grab the crate, deliver it to Mert's room, up on the bridge quarters.
I take off the blue bucket, I put on the gold bucket.
Okay. She explains to you guys that, now listen, Mert was up last night, late, entertaining dignitaries from the Rock of Brawl. He is feeling probably a little bit worse for wear, a little under the weather. As such, keep your noise to a respectable level. You've got to do two things. Don't break the crate, and obey Mert's orders to the letter. Any questions?
Don't break the crate. All caps.
How big is the crate?
How heavy is the crate?
The crate is about
How tall is the crate?
3 feet long, 2.5 feet tall, 2.5 feet
I
wide.
can look over it.
It weighs probably about 100 plus pounds. One person could try to, shuffle it along. 2 or 3 people carrying it will be a.
What's the crate made out of?
Wood.
I was just gonna absorb it and be its cushion, but I would end up eating it.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. We need to deliver it.
Don't break the crate and obey Mert's orders to the letter.
All
You didn't
right.
say anything about eating the crate.
Don't damage the crate or tamper with it,
Fine.
and obey Mert's orders. She says it to you multiple times in multiple directions because she doesn't know where your fucking ears are.
I can't wave ganglia that are just below the surface.
I think our gift friend here.
You probably get miss the most.
What are you talking about, dude?
I don't
I
have
have an
any.
18 strength.
Yeah, he's way stronger than I am. I have 13.
Oh, but you actually act as a
It's definitely not me.
carry capacity of a large.
Oh, yeah, total encumbrance, 101 pounds.
No.
That's how much you have as encumbrance.
That's how much
Your push carry is
Yeah.
doubled
I'm not sure
for.
what push
Yes,
carry
it's
is.
double.
Yeah, it's a
On
lot.
the sheets.
It's
Um,
five times your strength.
Where do I
Something like
find that on D&D Beyond?
I have no idea. It doesn't make a difference. Two of you can grab it.
Yeah, 5 times your strength score.
All right, between the two of us, we'll get it up there.
So it's 5 times your strength score.
Yeah, and hers is double.
Okay. So
10
yeah,
times
two,
your
two of
strength.
us, we shouldn't have a problem.
We'll get it up there.
Yeah, my strength is 14, so probably.
No.
Oh, that's just your before you become
No.
encumbered.
Come on me.
Maximum.
Cat on the table.
Cat in the lap. Excuse you.
For those watching, that is our cat, Percival, Sir Percival. All right, you guys head up into Mert's quarters.
The gold helmets.
Okay, got your gold helmet on. Place your 4 miniatures at the front door, please, and thank you.
Where's the...
I believe this is the front door.
Yep.
Are you guys taking points for carrying the crate? Which miniature is yours, Gwen?
I believe for now we're just using the one with the sword. Pointing straight up.
Yeah.
That is the silver one there that you just had your hand on. That is Carly.
This one?
Yep.
For now. Yeah.
That's our autognome, so we got it printed. And
this
then,
one?
sure, why not?
Get that STL.
Yeah, I gave them to him today.
All right.
So pretty. Miss my cats.
Your cat. Great.
So, as you guys make it to the door, you hear loud snoring.
He's a big chunk of
What do you guys do?
Roll a stealth check.
Do we actually? Yeah. Can I do a what's it called a? Can I look around? Do I see what's his the wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so the
Where
door
is
is
he?
open?
The door is not locked and is partly ajar. Hearing that is how you hear the snore.
So we know he's asleep.
So we know he's
Probably
asleep.
shouldn't wake him up.
Does there look like a spot where this crate should go?
Right in the center, underneath the
Was that chandelier?
Chandelier.
So Mert's quarters are sumptuously decorated with velvet curtains, gold fittings, and oak panels. A cauldron-sized fishbowl stands along one wall filled with squirming octopi.
It's not like a
On the opposite wall, a table bears a topographical map of the Sword Coast. Near the door, a walk-in wardrobe stands partly open, golden light spilling out from within. Peering in, you see the old wolf himself, sprawled over a giant leathery bed and snoring loudly.
Okay, well, somebody
Just
who's
ready
not
for him,
carrying the
or-
crate, try to quietly open the door.
I will. Oh, I will try to quietly open the door.
Sure. You're like, I got this. It just makes the most god-awful racket. It sounds like no one has ever greased these hinges.
Can I take some grease out? Just...
And then you pop open the door. The snoring continues.
Okay, he's
Okay.
sleeping pretty deep then, but we should still try to be quiet.
yeah.
Mhm.
I guess. Is that stealth?
Sure.
I'm-
Give me some stealth checks. Why not?
Oh, dear.
Owen's poor rolling continues.
13.
Okay.
He keeps bouncing towards me, so I can't even see it.
Yeah, it's a 9. The little dash underneath really helps.
14.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Apparently
You're so good.
my crude humanoid form is not very quiet. I get a 5.
Okay.
And that's without my armor.
Oh, here he comes.
Hello.
All right. So the bug is very quiet.
I like stumble
The
in
gnome
door.
and the gif are okay, and he basically kind of scrapes half the box across the door jamb as he makes it through, making an absolute god awful noise. All right, put yourselves inside the room, kind of near the center.
Well, we're trying to be quiet. We're just not very good at it.
I'm curious.
Where did you want to be?
Closet spilling golden light.
Anywhere. I'm just
I'm gonna
there.
take a peek.
Sure.
Okay.
I sneak after that.
He's giving love to everybody.
You see the doors are slightly ajar in the wardrobe, and yeah, you got this weird light kind of coming through, but it's not like daylight or lamplight. It's this weird golden shimmery light.
Changing my carapace to match
Oh.
the woodwork
Goodbye.
on the wall.
You heard
Okay.
He did hear crinkling. That's okay.
Just in case.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take
So of course, see, that's not for.
All right.
Oh, hello.
As
Can I be your best friend now?
you guys are trying to quietly move into the room, the ooze is failing spectacularly. The dry cream decides to go over to the wardrobe.
Oh, I'm not opening. I'm just taking it inside.
The moment you touch the doors, you see the thry-cream get sucked into the wardrobe.
Uh-oh.
Curiosity always pays off.
What do the three of you do at that point?
Very
Try not to
carefully.
drop the crate.
Yeah, I was
Don't
surprised.
set it
What
down.
the?
Yeah, maybe just
Carefully
set
put
it really carefully.
Crate down, very
Yeah.
quiet, very
Yeah.
carefully.
Yeah.
You don't even hear a yoinks.
7 on my stealth. We'll put it down quietly.
Okay, so it goes thud on the ground.
Wait, I got the other side.
No, you don't.
7 as well.
All right, so it hits the ground,
He's
makes an
probably gonna
absolute
drop it.
god-awful racket again.
Shit, we're bad at this.
Merc kind of rolls around on the bed, which you notice kind of
waterbed?
waves.
Go.
You get a good, you get a better look at the bed and notice that it has this leathery sack around it, and he is lying on it, and it jiggles as he moves. He looks up and says, "Oh, Vile Mater's buttocks. My head's exploding. If you come to drop off that thing, just put it on the rug there, open as quietly as you can, and let me die in peace," he says as he rolls back over, and you hear kind of a little bit more snoring going
I
on.
carefully step back from the crate and wave to you, like, go ahead.
Okay.
Open it as quietly
At that
as
time,
possible.
the bug comes popping back out of the wardrobe.
I've seen things, man.
He has been treated to a full makeover, including some colorization on the face, a dousing of perfume and cologne.
Oh, is it good? Like, does it smell good?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh
Wearing,
yeah.
like a full ball gown now with like pedicure and high heels.
No,
and
but you see, like the shirt, the hat he was wearing is now like super polished. You see, like the kind of the clothing he's wearing, all has been like de-scuffed, and you know, it's pristine when he walks out of the closet.
I was picturing Robert De Niro in Starfall when he comes out of his when they catch him in his quarters.
Oh yeah.
I'll go see that.
All four arms are doing this.
All four.
I'd form my head
Beautiful.
and just shake it at you.
Oh, I know.
I don't want to step in the wardrobe.
All right. What do you do with the crate?
I will attempt to open it quietly.
I'd
Sure.
jump
I'll
away.
help her. Can
Okay.
I try to help her?
Um,
I'll give you some tools to open it.
Oh, 19.
All right, yeah, you quietly start opening it, and the moment you do, 8 Neogai hatchlings come pouring out of the crate.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
So Neogai kind of look like a spider with a eel-like head and a big spider butt.
Oh shit.
what are you doing to us?
I much prefer the scorpion on the table. Did you say 8 of them come out?
Or however many, how many of the minis I have. What? I know, weird. Yeah, 6 is fine. All right, and kids, that will be initiative.
Oh my gosh, is this initiative but quietly because he's sleeping?
Second.
I don't remember what my stuff
Cheater.
All right, McCorm.
60.
Cricket.
25. Or all the
Mir.
Marina.
Marina.
20.
And Gidget.
13.
15.
Not
My-
bad.
New guy. I'll go on a 6. Alright.
Is my spell slot still used from the very opening?
Yes. You have not had a chance to
Same date.
rest.
Apparently, our lunch break was stuffing something in our faces and then heading off. Right.
Oh, I think he wanted us to do the errand, then go for.
And then go for lunch?
Correct.
Oh yes, no rest yet.
Alright, Cricket. You come out all shiny and pretty and stuff and see 6 Neo guy come pouring out of the crate. What do you do?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
I
I mean, that's
mean, he
valid.
told us to open the crate.
And leave.
Didn't tell. Yeah, I'm thinking just leave.
Yeah. Goodbye, sir.
Have fun.
What would I roll for what I know about Neo guy?
So as you open the crate's lid, a cacophony of high-pitched squeals emanates from within. Grotesque creatures scuttle into the light, ugly cat-sized monsters with hairy, spider-like bodies and eel-like heads. Mert yelps in shock, tumbles from his bed, and lands heavily on the floor, dragging his bed covers with him. You guys know he is in no shape to take these on himself.
Aww.
I'm guessing he wasn't expecting that to be the contents of the crate.
Probably not.
Not from that reaction.
Alright, let's do this quietly now. Like I told them.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, Mert's awake now.
Is he or is he just on the floor sleeping
I
now?
think he's mostly just on the floor. Not, I wouldn't call him awake.
I'm gonna attack the Neo guy.
Okay, which one?
I'm not getting any more.
I'll have to move.
I can see 2 treats on the floor. Go with him.
Yeah, he doesn't want to. He likes these.
Fair enough. Come on. I'll give you all the pets.
Just be careful your elbow with my mic. There you
There.
Okay.
And I will shoot the one directly diagonally from you. A blue dragon.
Okay.
Presently.
Alright.
With my crossbow.
Something tells me I'm gonna regret not having my armor on.
I guess our AC dropped from the armor.
That'd be an 18 to hit,
Oh yeah, that hits.
and he will be mine. Oh, we haven't had rest, so I used all that up on the
I know.
simulation.
Okay.
I don't really
So
have
I'll
armor, I'm
do,
just metal.
7
I have
points of
light armor,
damage.
but I don't have much.
Drops
I
it.
don't know how to
Remove
take it
from the
off.
map, please. Alright. Marina.
Do I have my armor or no?
You
Because we had it for the obstacle
yeah,
course.
yeah, and you're still in your armor, yeah.
Chad is begging for chips. He's got treats, but he doesn't want them.
Yeah, well,
Well, I guess if he's awake, it doesn't matter if I use my gun.
probably not.
Rambo it.
Does he look hungover or just really tired?
He looks very hungover.
Oh, sure you want to use your gun?
If I'm standing right in front of one of them, no, because I think it's great.
It is.
So you have disadvantage.
So I have a Yikla?
Yukna is basically a Chultan,
The funky sword.
Yeah.
It's a spear with a short half but
Yeah.
a long blade.
And 2 daggers?
and you're also carrying 2 daggers as well.
Okay, so probably, do I have the duel? Can I do duel?
2 weapons. You can fight with your offhand if you want to. It's just at you just don't get any bonuses to it.
Oh,
If
do we have
it
our
was
weapons, though?
not light, so
You have to have
Yeah.
2 light weapons.
But we didn't have, do we have our weapons though? Because we didn't
Yeah.
have them for the obstacle course.
We couldn't. I just think we
we
couldn't
just
use
didn't
them.
need them.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. Alright, well, we'll pull out the daggers then.
Ikwad does more damage.
Okay, well, I guess I'll do that.
'Kay.
This is all new to me. I'm used to magic.
Mood.
Roll to hit.
And I'll say, are we killing these? What if he wants them alive?
I don't
Oh
have
no,
a net.
you know the Neo guy? No.
Okay.
No.
You need to kill 'em, okay.
9.
AC 9 is not going to hit.
Stop moving.
Alright, Marina, anything else?
I'm the one with the big white silver one with the shield, right?
Correct, yes.
Yeah, move me 1.
Alright. McCorm.
I'm going to pull out my my warhammer
Okay.
and cast my booming blade.
Okay.
With my attack.
Alright.
That is a 9 to hit.
That is going to
Wow,
miss
we're
as well.
We suck at this.
Yeah, we suck.
Alright, McCorm, anything else?
Um,
Other than a giant whiffle.
no, that's it for me. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Gidget.
Okay.
I can do this.
Yeah. I'm going to try and hit the the scorpion one
Okay.
with Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Magic. 18.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Sick. So then.
Yay! Somebody hit something.
No, this one. I know which one I want.
I guess we do have our alarm, but I probably wouldn't have my shield up since I was
Okay, great.
I do 2 damage.
All at once?
Yeah, all at once.
All
I
at
know.
once.
better than
Dang.
the rest of
Alright.
us.
Big hitter right here.
Alright, Neo guy. Oh, here we go. Alright.
You could move.
They're here.
Oh,
Yeah,
This
you
one's
might
gonna
want to
go-
step away.
yeah.
There.
Oh. Next time, I guess.
Go over here. Woo! Bring him with him.
Of course there.
Alright. McArm, you have got 2 in front of you.
Okay.
They are both gonna try to bite.
Okay.
First one's an 18.
That'll hit.
Okay, and the other one is definitely not. Doing. Ooh. Jesus. Okay, so 5 piercing damage and 6 poison damage. I need you to make me
Am I
a.
resistant to poison, or just the poison
You're
defense?
resistant to poison
Oh
damage.
yes, you're right. I am
And you have
resistant.
advantage on the.
Right.
You need to make a saving throw versus being poisoned.
Correct.
Okay, second, I'm applying the first damage, and then the second damage
Just
was
wink
for
at
the poison.
Yes, and it was 6,
is
so you
that?
take half that.
So 3.
No chips, but I will give free scratches.
All right.
No, he wants to do
I'm looking very badly hurt, and then a
That chips are bad for you.
con saving throw versus the
It
poison?
is con, yep, and with advantage.
With advantage. That is 14.
You are fine. All right. Okay, Gidget,
Yeah.
you've got one coming up trying to bite you.
Okay.
7 is not going to hit.
No, it does not.
All right.
Sorry, did the second one hit me?
No, only one hit.
Okay.
Second one missed. Marana, you are getting one bite to the butt. 16 to hit.
No, I'm 17.
Okay. And our bug friend. 7 is not going to hit. All right, top of the round, Cricket. So they come skittering out of the box. They are burying their little teeth at you guys and trying to, bite your faces off.
With his primary arms,
Okay.
I will attack the Neo guy.
Yep.
With my scimitar.
Okay.
For some reason, yoga just makes me think of sushi.
14 to hit.
Ah, that hits.
Over in the corner.
For 8 points of damage.
Dead.
Yay!
Forgot about action.
Wham, bam,
Reaction.
thank you, ma'am.
All right, Marina.
I will move.
Okay.
to
Okay.
flying. I like it.
Marina, you have advantage on any
No,
melee
you
attack.
should
Oh,
have
fun.
advantage.
Do either of them look hurt at all? I don't think we.
No. The scorpion has a couple points of frost hanging off it.
Yeah, that's on the far side.
And his speed reduced by 10.
Oh no! Got a bowl of chips over here. That's what he wants.
Of course.
He's got a pile of trays on the floor, but he wants the chips.
Percy, come this way. Yeah.
Sit on Carly's lap. I need
Come
to roll
love
this.
me.
He's like, that's not what I wanted.
That's okay. Now that's
All
what
right.
you got.
With advantage, please.
I'll give you lots
Two
of
of
scratches.
these.
Correct.
Got this. Let's look at the die.
14.
Hits.
Yay! So, 8.
Yep.
Plus 1. What is the D?
Piercing.
Piercing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stabby, stabby, damn.
Stabby stab.
Okay. It is still up.
But I hit something! Yeah!
Anything else?
Nope, I'll stay where I am.
All right. McArm.
All right. Second verse, same with first. This time, though, I'm going to target the scorpion
Okay.
with my warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
12.
Hits.
14. Sorry. Yay!
Even hits again.
Okay.
Aw.
Okay, so the scorpion.
Whew. That is 12 points of damage.
Oi!
I'm going to guess the booming blade isn't going to matter.
Nope. It is quite dead.
Okay, then I will step into flank here.
Okay.
Dang.
Target line of flank.
All right. McArm done.
Yes, that is it for me.
All right. Gidget.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and hit the one right in front of me.
Okay. And hit it with.
Ray of Frost.
So you'd be at disadvantage because you're firing a ranged attack into
Okay.
melee distance.
Then, just kidding. I will try and hit it with my light hammer,
Sure.
which is the smith's tool.
Your
Yeah.
Smith's hammer. Absolutely.
Oh,
19.
19.
Plus.
So plus 4, so 20, 23.
Smokes it. Yep.
Good stuff.
Sploosh.
3, 5 damage.
Oof. Good solid hit. Does not kill it, but you see two of them are very, very hurt.
Sick.
All right, Neo guy.
Bring it.
Well, the one that is that Gwen just hit is going to continue to attack her. Because, well, you did damage.
I did.
Ooh, 22.
Yeah, that'll hit me.
That hits. Okay. You are taking. Jeez. My D6s hate you guys. You're taking 3 piercing damage and 6 poison damage.
Oh,
Keep it
ow.
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
You're fine. You feel the poison coursing through your veins from its little weird bite, but you do not succumb to it.
I suggest you
Okay.
withdraw.
But I'm granting flame on everything.
The one between McOrm and Mira. Who'd you target? McOrm's hurt, so it's gonna go after you.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, good damn. But an 8 is not gonna hit you.
Nope.
And on Gidget is gonna try to bite you once again. AC 16.
Oh, that is my AC.
That is your number. You take 1 piercing damage, 6 poison damage.
Okay.
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Do you resist poison as well?
Oh. Yes.
You only take 3 of that 6 damage.
Just kidding. 1, 2, 3.
And I think you have advantage on the save too, versus being poisoned.
Because, like, you're,
A robot.
a robot.
Yeah.
I don't technically have a metabolism.
Really should
Okay.
make you poisoned. But
Good.
But there must be organic parts.
Okay,
too.
so do I roll 2?
You roll 2
Okay.
and take the highest.
So 17 plus 6.
You're fine. Plus 6. Yeah, you're fine. All right, that's my Neo guy. Top of the round, Cricket.
Ooh, I will, yes.
Oh, on the...
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I clack a battle cry. Or
Okay.
battle clicks.
Battle click. Okay.
And, yeah, you hear in your head,
Yeah, let's do it
Marina,
like
you
that,
might
actually.
want
I got this.
Crit.
Oh. All right, so crit. So you
for roll play.
Yep.
12 points of damage.
and that is to
This guy in the middle here.
Imp. Gone.
Yay! See, I'm good. Only 2 left.
All right. Cricket, anything else?
Yeah, I will move.
Okay, there you go. Gain a little bit of okay, perfect. Marina. So again, you have a creature in flank, so you get advantage.
In a free action, I draw my a dagger in one of my secondary hands.
Okay. That's a hit.
Eight points.
Dead.
See, we got this.
All right,
And I'll
McCorm.
move towards the other one.
Okay.
How far?
How far can? 30. Yeah, right up to.
15.
Yep.
Okay. Then I will 5, 10, 15, 20 to here.
Okay. Get flank.
Yep.
Swing, bada bada.
Booming blade on this one too.
All right.
Good thing I have advantage because that is 17 to hit.
Hits.
And there was much rejoicing.
Nice. That is 9 points of damage.
9 is dead. That is the last one.
Johnny Argos will subscribe. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Quietly I go, huzzah!
Hello there.
That'd be a fault. I know all my sound.
And Big Mac, yes, this will be later downloaded and put on YouTube. On Mythic's YouTube channel.
Okay. All right. Whoops.
I believe it'll also be available on
Yeah, it'll be
for
involved
24
for
or
the-
14 days.
Yeah.
14 days. Yeah.
Yep.
2 weeks.
All right. You hear alarms sounding throughout the bridge quarter, followed by a thunder of booted feet as security forces converge on Mert's room. He is absolutely furious. He stands up. He's still half wrapped in most of his bedding, and he's stomping out of that. He's like, "Who dares to have me killed? My day is ruined. I swear the heads will roll once I know who is behind this." As Mert blows off some steam, you see Mr. Blip appearing behind the door.
I
It's
drop
Mr.
all
Blip
of
with
my
the big
weapons.
mustache.
Yes, he is the
Yes.
autognome with the large handlebar mustache and the little bowler hat.
He's got the coolest
That's
mustache.
I drop all of
I
my
made a
weapons
big
and
note of it.
raise 3 of my hands in the air because the other one's holding the shield.
Yeah, Mert kind of just, the security forces come in. He is trying to, like, not look like a schleb stuck in, like, all of his stuff. He's, no. These fine cadets have dealt with it, he says.
Steal my weapon.
So Mert comes in, and it's difficult to tell, but you can kind of see that he's worried. His blonde mustache hangs a little lower than normal. His mechanical eyes have like kind of sunken in his sockets. And he says, "With regret, Master Mert, this attack was merely a diversion. While our forces are being drawn here, more burglaries have been reported across the academy. Our thieves have struck again." And
Mood.
and you see that Mert, if his hair could fly off his head in rage, it would. He is absolutely pissed. He's like, all right, well, we'll get back to this. And then he notices the four of you staying there, and it's like, I thank you all, but this is a little bit above your pay grade, so...
I'm getting paid?
I saw nothing. I hear nothing.
No, I'm pretty sure
you
we're
see,
paying here.
You see Mert fishing around one of his nearby backpack. He draws forth a little pouch, which he digs out a handful of golden ingots. He tosses one to each of you with a slight winked thanks and murmured a plea for your discretion regarding his state before and during the fight.
I see nothing. I hear nothing.
The ingots are worth about 50 gold.
Happy to be of service.
Wouldn't you want us to tell the tales of you
No,
saving
no.
us
killing at
from
least
these
half
horrible
of these
creatures?
Yogi?
Very obvious.
Yes, of course. Yes, fine. Yes. Thank you, cadets. You may retire to your evening meal, he says.
Glad
And-
to be of
and
a small
stomps off.
assistance.
Absolutely.
We are always here for saving.
All right, you guys head down,
Goodbye.
and yeah, you as you leave, you still hear Mert going off at Mr. Blip, not at him, but about the situation. And Mr. Blip is just, he sees you guys and kind of just does one of the little like shoo.
Yeah, we go.
And
Yeah.
you head down.
We're all nice and clean now, covered in bugs.
Yep, you are.
None of it
But you
my
still
own.
smell okay.
I still smell great.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you can't smell. I mean, you smell, but you don't smell. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. No one wants to tell you, but you know.
Hey, I
Rancid Jello.
I keep my
Rancid.
wastes inside me until I get to the appropriate repository.
Yeah, exactly.
Normally, for our viewers, normally plasmoids leave a trail of slime behind them. It's their excretory wastes. Because I spent so much time on a ship, I know that's a bad thing. So I save up my wastes.
Oh. The whole idea of this
Charming.
sounds gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Plasmoids are gross.
So you guys head to the refectory, where you see a very large GIF. I mean, larger than normal GIF.
I wave and smile. Hi.
Oh, he waves. Hey, cadets, welcome. Come on in. Because,
Is that your mother?
best way through a man's heart,
No.
to someone's heart is through their stomach, he says.
I thought it was through the
Chest wall.
chest, sir.
Hmm?
I thought it was through the
It's a
chest, sir.
metaphor.
Plasmoid. Yeah.
Third rib, straight in.
I mean, This is all right. Well, since we got the four basic food groups here: beans, bacon, whiskey, points to a large cask, and, well, lard. That just helps coat everything and get it slick right through you.
But what about sugar?
Nah, that not a sweet tooth. He
No bread.
I pulled
I don't
a
eat.
sparkling.
his gray skin is coated with a light sheen of sweat because kitchens are hot.
Correct.
And he points to the food, and you also see other offerings for those who are more not meat inclined.
Tofu, yay! No.
I would not give that to my worst enemy.
I pulled my sparkling clean plate out of myself and hold it out.
He slops on a whole bunch of food for you. I
Reinsert.
like one who understands their who gets their meals. Awesome. Like, the more you like, the more you have. He looks at the auto gnome.
Do you have oil? I'll
Do
just
you?
spruce up
No, you
my.
don't eat.
Perhaps
No, I don't.
the lard would be.
he
Yeah,
literally goes.
Grease up my
I mean-
elbows.
I mean, there's the lard.
Grease me up,
And you
I
see,
just
like,
take like a
Like-
like a scoop.
yep. There's the lard and like the bacon fat all together
Yeah.
and
I use
stuff.
my
And
pseudopod to help you get into the really
Yeah.
tight spots.
Gotta
The
make
one-
sure my joints are good. Do like the high knees to make sure it's all in
So
there.
we get
You're
back
gonna
to our
smell
table.
so bad later.
So you can
And
eat me for a second.
we've got one oiling her joints. Her, right?
Yeah, hers good.
Oiling her joints. This one picks up his entire plate and sticks it inside himself,
You can see it be
Or
slowly
their self.
dissolved.
and you just see like the food separate from the food, and then
Wait.
a third
Red.
eating quite normally.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
They are humanoid.
It's a rather large helping.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
very
have
large
you-
helping up.
Have you seen a hippo eat?
And it's not a pretty sight,
Just kind
so
of drop
I
the whole plate
I
there.
put on a veil
About now.
over my mandibles and proceed to eat my food because it's not a pretty sight.
We're all weird.
We are all weird.
That's the whole point of
And
Spelljammer.
only one of
The
us
weirder,
is
the
actually
better.
humanoid.
All right,
Oddly, the
so
hippo.
you guys have your meal. You notice several of the cadets that you've already interacted with, Ramirez and a few of the other ones. You also see sitting in the corner, being the cool kids,
I was just gonna ask about them.
Vima and her fans, and her friends,
No, her
Uh,
fans is correct.
fans, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her lackeys.
are sitting at the table, and they're kind of looking over at your group and sees the way like Plasmoid shoving food through them, you greasing yourself up, and they just kind of
No sticky joints over here.
they
Yeah,
just
you're gonna
shake
smell
their
it
head,
already,
kind of
like-
laugh.
That's okay.
It's not a fun laugh; it's a mocking laugh,
Mhm.
and they just go back to their food, and they say something you guys can't quite hear, and several other cats just kind of look over at you and just kind of give you this weird look, and they're like, "Kidoki," and they go back to their meals.
I look around at us and go, yeah, we're weird.
So you end up finishing off your supper, and it is very late. You've had a very long and exhausting day. So at this point, it is time for you guys to head to sleep.
Is there a place to
As I
walk first?
Yes, well, yeah. There's a bathroom right
one
near
bathroom
actually
before?
your bunk. That's the one Vima wanted to take over because it's right beside the bathrooms and stuff, and it's a really nice spot to be. It's nice and
but
close
it
and
would
that.
be so noisy next to the bathroom.
So, Vima pointed out which bunk was hers because she was trying to tell our companion to go there.
Correct.
As I pass, I will extend a pseudopod and deposit my waist
Oh!
onto her bunk.
Are we bunking with her? Are we in the same room as her?
I think
Well,
we're all in the same room, but
yeah, the room is very large.
Covers
Okay,
it.
so it's like a big
Yeah, actually, that's
I'm on
even
the
better.
bottom bunk and McCorm is
Corey,
above. Or,
I'm,
Yep.
I'm actually going to
Cricket is
slide the
above me.
pseudopod between the sheets and deposit it
Oh
in
my
between
God,
the sheets, so it's
worse.
not
Yeah.
not
It's
obvious.
not obvious. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Cuts
we
like open a
probably
little section
smell
in the
it.
mattress and just like shoves it in.
That would be even funnier, but it'd probably take a lot longer.
Okay, we'll make a distraction.
All the cadets do hang out in the cadet quarters.
Why do you wipe down your exterior?
You went for a shower, yes?
We
I
are not.
probably went for a swim.
We are not self. Although
You know, they
Am I?
explain smell to
No.
her.
Are you?
You are
Ants still
definitely
have to clean
not.
themselves. Ants still have to clean. So you probably use like your antenna in your hands, and you're like,
no, I use my antenna to talk. You messed up your hair.
Yep.
All right.
Do I smell? Like, can I smell?
You know,
What-
after a few hours,
I mean-
the
No,
alarm
no,
probably
no, no.
will-
yeah. I guess the question is,
As an autonome, can
do
I?
you,
have
do you
a-
have
can I
olfactory
smell?
receptors? is
I
the
mean,
question.
can you smell?
Can
As
I
in,
smell?
not you stink. You mean, can you smell?
Like, can I smell?
Yes, you
okay.
can. Yeah.
So you
Do
have
I
olfactory
smell?
I mean, you've
Like
went through a
lard.
lot of stuff. You
bacon?
smell
Yeah.
like bacon. You have Neogai blood all over
Oh,
you. You went through the obstacle training course, and
yeah, like leaking
You know,
oil and stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So the
I
answer is
bathed in whatever.
yes. You definitely need some, a good oil bath or a
Good,
good.
like polish. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you need Mert's closet. What you need.
Yeah. Ah, dang. I should have
Um,
went in before we left.
In here
Yeah.
after the yoga.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So
love
yeah,
it.
so you
I'll let
guys
myself down and-
do your evening routines. You have some, you hear, the chime of a bell signaling about 9 bells, and all the lights, all the continual lights in the room.
So with my shipwright tools,
Mhm.
I'm going to drill a hole in the back of my foot locker when no one's looking, maybe
Okay.
cleaning up, 1 inch in diameter.
Okay.
And I'm going to transfer the lock on my chest
Okay.
to my foot locker because my chest is in my foot locker.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
And that's so I'm going to ooze through my hole
Yep.
in my foot locker and then into my chest. And
Okay.
That's where I'm going to sleep. 'Cause
So you don't sleep in your bed?
No,
No,
I
okay.
actually assume a formless mass when I fall asleep.
Okay.
He does sleep.
So if you watch DS9, it's very
Yeah.
much like
Like
Odo
Odo.
with his bucket,
Yeah.
but mine's a chest with a hole in it.
When he's not looking at mistake.
Love it.
All right.
Because it's funny.
You're rudely awakened by many hands that grab you and cover your head with a sack. For you, you hear a pounding on the back of your foot locker
Damn it!
as something gets wedged in there. The voices of other Academy cadets surround you with a mixture of cheers, sneers, and warnings to be quiet.
Good luck picking me up.
They have enough people to do it. They carry you through the halls of the Academy onto what feels like a floating ship, pushing you against the railing and uncorking your container and shaking it until you kind of ooze out of it.
Well, I'm conscious now, so I choose not to do that.
You feel you're pushed against the rail. The hands release you and take the sack from your head. You find yourselves, along with several other new cadets, lined up on the side of a Spelljammer vessel floating high above the ocean just outside the Academy.
Oh, great, hazing.
A mass of more senior cadets encircles you, giving you no quarter to escape.
Yeah, we're being hazed.
The moon Alvina stands on a raised platform and calls out to the entire group, "My fellow brothers and sisters of the Academy, these groundlings seek to join our esteemed ranks of Spelljammers. Tell me, my good friends, do we allow just anyone to join us?" The crowd of cadets replies with a resounding no. What shall they do to prove their bravery and worthiness to join us? The crowd responds back with a repeated chant. Jump, jump, jump.
Water down there, right?
Oh,
Vina
I-
now
you're
looks at
fine.
you and addresses you with a slight sneer. All of us, and those that have come before you, must prove your worth. Prove yourselves to be of strength and valor. Now prove yourselves and jump.
I
Sure.
take a deep breath.
You are not alone. Rainier is there, along with another plasmoid who you remember seeing earlier in the day. His name is Plith, as well as another young human with black hair and a fair complexion, and you did not catch his name. The young man steps forward, looks into the murky depth, and says, "Well, I guess I really don't have a choice," and steps right off the side rail. A split second later, you hear a splash, and several cadets cheer.
I'll jump in. I have no fear of water.
All right. I need
Hell
you
breathes,
to make
so-
me a reflex saving throw, as it is a 50-foot drop
Dex.
off the side rail.
Oh no!
Dex?
Yep.
Oh, jeez. Of course they keep bouncing
I know.
forward.
Did we have a short rest at any point, or am I still at 1 hit point?
You would have had a short rest.
Okay.
Like during dinner and stuff, you would have had your plus hour.
So I would have
Yeah.
spent a.
Oh, yeah, I guess at some point I
Spend a hit
probably
die.
should have healed before I went to bed.
Yeah, mood.
I get back 5, so that's 6 hit points out of my.
You can burn one of your hit die and roll that to gain during short.
Right. Oh, fabulous.
I'm gonna
15 on
touch
me.
myself.
I'll
And give
bet you do.
Give myself resistance.
Okay.
15 on the deck save.
Oh, yeah,
Or is
easy.
it- sorry. Yeah, save. Yeah.
Yeah, save. Okay.
And then I will
You
also.
take 4 points of damage as you hit the ground. You manage to tuck and splash instead of going
Can't.
splat.
It's
Sorry, is that-
concentration.
No, sorry, I calculated
Oh,
the wrong
as
one.
you all jump.
Plus
Oh,
7
yeah.
plus 5,
Actually, it's a-
so it'd be 17. Not
Still even
Same
better.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
a better idea.
That's what
I'm
you
actually
do,
going
okay.
to, as each person is about to jump, I'm going to cast resistance on them.
Okay. So you get to add a d4 to your saving throw.
Yeah.
Who else is jumping?
I'll even do it for
I'm
the
jumping.
other cadets.
All right.
So I'll go.
The
out-
auto gnome, otherwise
I'll
known
go
as
last.
Anchor.
I'll try to catch her because I know she's gonna sink.
Which is funny. The gift.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice.
All right. By the way, I am down to 1 hit point.
You take 4 points of damage as you hit the water, and your hippo friend manages to grab you as you start to sink like an anchor.
Well, this is
Yeah,
the
this
cheap
one's
one.
me,
The
don't you?
hackers you just get
Oh,
free
nice.
It's not on my piece of paper, but I know I have one.
and can glide.
Yep.
So don't forget your D4.
250 feet. Yeah. Dex save?
Yep.
23.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Ah! Hey, guys, you take 1
Actually-
point of damage.
I actually run up and do a flip and a half keener.
And as each of you jumps off, the cadets all cheer. Everyone is clapping and hooting and hollering.
And everyone within 120 feet of me that is willing, here, cannonball!
If they're willing. So I'm going to wait for the other cadets to go. I'll be the last
Okay.
one. And
Yep.
each time I'll give them resistance.
Okay. Yeah, Rainier dives off the side. And Plith hesitates.
You can do this. You got this. And
Give me a persuasion.
It won't hurt at all. I got a 4.
Slap him on the
It'll be
back.
fine.
You got this. All right. He's like, do I? And goes tumbling off and does not make a save at all because
Oh, no.
he just figures he's got this and hits the water. You guys hear this smoke sound and you see the plasmoid hit the water and just kind of explode in all the directions, suck back in, and sink.
Oh, I will go swimming after it.
Okay.
Dang.
All right. Make me a athletics check, please.
Which dice has not failed me today.
Don't you have advantage on athletics?
Yes, you
I
do.
don't know. It doesn't say on this paper.
You have
have to
advantage on
Pull
athletics.
up the gift thing.
It's a gift thing.
Yep, it is.
Which is funny because they have a swim speed, but Hippo don't.
23. I critted that.
Damn. All right. Yeah, you managed to like tuck the autonome under one arm, dives. The autonome's like, what the? Bloop. Down you go. You grab Plith in a weird amorphous kind of way, scoop him up,
Yeah, but all I know is I need is a handhold on him and he'll come.
Yep. and up you go. And yeah, you see him kind of blobbing in the water. He doesn't like dissipate. It's not like he turns like into part of the ocean, but he's definitely unconscious. You can tell.
Well, this way he won't drown or sink.
How far away is Rima from me?
Is sorry, Rainier or Vina?
Vina.
Vina is up on the
Okay.
rear castle of sorry,
Okay.
on the castle stern, like
Are
about three
there any
levels.
senior cadets within 10 feet of me? Or within 40 feet of me?
Oh yeah, tons. Yeah, this.
Okay. I picked the smallest looking one.
Okay.
Initiated grapple after casting resistance on myself.
Okay.
Oh, crap. I probably don't do anything. That's grapple is... So that's 12.
Well. Rolled a 6 actually.
Okay. I take him with me.
You hear you hear a yip as you do that, and you hear a lot of laughing. And over the side rail he goes. Please make me a dex save, please.
12.
You actually make it. Well, not fine. You take 4 damage.
Okay.
Yep.
However,
However, an amorphous blob dives. He dives.
I form myself in a bullet shape.
Hits the ground. It's like a torpedo. His armor's like everywhere. All right. So again, you hear a lot of hooting and hollering, cheering. The Spelljammer ship
Questions?
lowers down to the.
Does my passenger make their dex save? Who does not have resistance?
He lands on top of you.
Oh.
Bam! And you're like, oh! And you take an additional 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Apparently, I live at 1 hit point now because I'm back down to 1 hit point.
but Good thing
I
you
too
didn't
only
do
have 1
2
hit
points
point.
of bludgeoning damage.
So yeah, you hit the water. The again, you hear tons of hooting and hollering from the cadets. The ship lowers down into the water line. Several rope bridges and ropes and stuff all get ladders and all that stuff get tossed down to you guys. You come on up and there's lots of pats on the back, lots of cheering. Someone's like, "Medic!" when they see poor Plith. Someone runs over. You see, looks like a cleric of Lathander. So an elf comes over, like, touches, gives a D8, looks over at you, gives you 5 back, and you look over and you see.
I point out that our hippo friend is also.
He just lets me apparently stay at 1.
Oh, you're that bad?
Yeah, I have
All
1
right.
point left.
Gives you a total of 8.
Oh, fabulous! Thank you.
And you all are cheered, getting the old back slaps and stuff. You look up and you see Vina looking down at you guys and just kind of goes, nods and walks away and says, "All right, time to get it back." And again, the ship lifts up out of the water gracefully, heads back over to the docking ring. And everyone kind of looks at all of you, and Rainier, Plith, and the other kid who introduces himself as Micah. Normal human. Yeah. He thanks you as well. I didn't think I could do that, but really didn't think we had much of a choice. But thank you all. That is, I appreciate the help. He says, and everyone wanders back to. Sorry, I need to go check my cat.
What's he eating?
Found one of like something he shouldn't be on. How he got it? That cat, he just spots things he shouldn't be chewing.
Yep.
All right. So, at this point, you guys take a long rest.
Yay!
So you'll be back up to full health, and you'll also be level 2.
Woot! Ding!
Yay! We killed enough bugs to get level 2.
All right. Okay. So at this point, we're going to take a quick 3-minute break for bathrooms, for snacks. So we will be right back in a little bit. We'll catch up with some chat after. So we're going to pop you over to our lobby, and I'm also going to run a quick ad as well, which will stop pre-roll ads from happening for the next 20 minutes.
H2O. Gatorade.
And yes, that would be your wife.
It really, really sucks. Water sucks. No, it really, really sucks. You don't mean that.
Thanks, Shauna.
Hello there.
Thank you, dear. Much appreciated.
All right.
The
We will
reminder
be
that I
back
played.
in just a moment.